But how are we going to do it? Because to win that next election, you're going to need every element of that old Reagan base. Because you've got vote fraud, you've got the media against you, the unions against you, all sorts of dirty tricks to contend with. And demographics are going the wrong way. So how are you going to win it? Because you need those Reagan Democrats. You need the social conservatives, the fiscal conservatives, the defence conservatives, the energy voters. You need the libertarians. Voted 1% for Gary Johnson last time. You need also the 2 million Republicans who stayed home last time. And I'll tell you who else you need. You need the 4 to 6 million evangelical Christians who don't vote.
That's right.
You need every single element of your base to have a chance of winning, folks. But how are you going to get there? Because a lot of these groups don't like each other very much, do they? No. They have very divergent views on a lot of issues. And they can fight like cats and dogs at times. But the one thing they all have in common is they all want something. Some people want to get into the Federal Reserve. Some people want a better defence policy. Some people want education reform, or immigration, or whatever, or gun rights. Everybody's got a pet issue. Is that right? Everybody's got something that excites them more than other things. We all know what Tom's is, don't we? Okay? He wants a lot of other things as well. I'm being a bit unfair to him. But the thing is, they all want something. So this is what I would do if I was a man like Ted Cruz. It doesn't have to be Ted Cruz, but I think the principle applies. I'd be wanting to get that Reagan coalition together now, right now, before Jeb Bush or anyone else gets his head of steam up. And I'd go to all of these groups and say, right, you'll want something, I'm going to give you something in return for your support. The first thing you're going to get is Alan West is going to be on my VP ticket. Libertarians vote for me in this election, Rand Paul will be Secretary of the Treasury and he can do what he damn well wants to the Federal Reserve. Sarah Palin, Secretary of Energy. Drill, baby, drill. $1 a gallon gas for every American family. Mike Lee, Secretary of the Interior. Open those federal lands up to the people, folks. Herman Cain, Secretary of Commerce. Regulate, deregulate, deregulate. Scott Walker, Secretary of Labour. Right to work all over, people. John Bolton, Secretary of State. Tell the enemies where to go, build ties with our friends. Ambassador to the United Nations, no one. Dr. Ben Carson, Secretary of Health and Human Services. Attorney General, Mark Levin. Christians who do not care about politics but do care about the education of their children, I'd say vote for me this time, people. David Barton will be Secretary of Education and Common Core will be gone and education will devolve back to the states, the counties, the school boards and the teachers. Go across the whole list, folks. Would you get enthused with a team like that? Yeah. Would you get out of bed every day to campaign and phone bank to get those people elected? And would it unify the base? Because everybody's getting something. You might not like Herman Cain, but you love Sarah Palin. You might not like John Bolton, but you love Rand Paul. You know what you're getting. You know that if you work, you're going to get somebody in office who's going to do what you want for a change. That's incentive, people. Isn't that the American way?
Yes.
Aren't we sick of not getting what we want out of politics? Think about it, folks. What would the media do with that? Because right now they can take out a Mitt Romney or a Sarah Palin, but you try taking on 15 Rottweilers who back each other up and don't take any crap from anybody. How would the left cope with it? What would they do, people? And if somebody screwed up, Ted Cruz just says, you're out, somebody else goes in, strong executive decision, make a negative into a positive, and the campaign rolls on. Because right now, you put all your eggs in one basket, folks. Mitt Romney was a good candidate, but he got Bain Capital hung around his neck pretty quickly, and that destroyed his image with enough voters to destroy all your efforts. All your eggs in one basket. See, you didn't have a founding father in this country, folks. You didn't just have George Washington. You had George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and Samuel Adams and Patrick Henry and Benjamin Franklin. You had a team then. You need a team now.